Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I recall Mr. Mustafa Njai, Managing Director, TAF Holdings.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
We remind you of the oath, sir.
Thank you.
I just want you to clarify some things. There's this letter dated 6 March 2006, which I'm going to show you, inviting you to an important meeting at the office at the Secretary General's office, State House, Banjul. This, I presume, was after the conference. Do you recollect the conference dates, by the way?
I think it was about what? The early, was it July or June? I'm not too sure.
Okay, all right. And 2006?
2006, yes.
Okay, then this must have been asked before. There is in your pack a letter, this letter, as I said, dated 6 March 2006, written by GNPC, Managing Director, but inviting you to a meeting at the Secretary General's office, State House, Banjul, to trash out an urgent matter with your company. Could you can you give this to the witness? Now, thereafter, on the 14th March, you received this letter. You show him this letter as well. I'd just like to know whether, by your recollection, the meeting was connected to the letter of 14th March from GNPC.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time. Sorry?
Sorry, I know it's been a long time, but what role, if any, did the Office of the President play in this matter of the construction of these villas?
I think the MD was answerable to the Secretary General.
The MD of
MD was
GNPC.
answerable to the Secretary General.
All right.
Yeah. But I cannot recall what the meeting was about.
So you're saying that this issue of GNPC purchasing the villas was, or the Office of the President would have been involved? in the purchase of the villas by GNPC?
Whether they could have been...
They would have been involved in the purchase of the villas by GNPC.
I'm not too sure about the purchase. I know that they were involved in the design. You know, they were involved in the whole project.
Okay.
Because this was a government project, and not only the office of the president, but there were government offices that were involved.
All right, because that's 6 March, and 14 March, you then received this letter from GNPC about the 34 buildings that villas that you talked about, I think. Who was the Secretary General at the time? Do you recollect? That you would have dealt with?
It was Mambure Njai.
Okay. You also mentioned that there were 41 villas, but by this chart that I believe you confirm your office provided, there are actually 44 villas owned by Gambia government.
I think there's an error. I think there's an error.
Can you look at the chart again? Can you show him the chart? You're saying you think there's an error? How come?
Okay, what they've got here, 34 villas were owned by GNPC. Then 10 out of the villas were sold to Social Security.
Yes.
So the balance owned by GNPC really is 24, which is right. Then it says out of these 24, 20 sold to, out of the 34, 20 sold to SSAKC. TAF paid $1,045,000 to GNPC for the 10. So 10 were sold actually, not 20.
10 were, the way I understand it, 10 were sold from the GNPC, 34
yes.
to Social Security.
Yeah.
You also sold 10
yes.
to Social Security.
Yes.
Social Security had 20, GNPC 24.
Yes. But Social Security retained 2. Or
they
3, sorry.
3.
They retained 3.
And asked that you transfer 17 to government.
Yeah.
So that still doesn't change the overall numbers that were owned by the public sector and government together.
Yes, which is 41.
Will be 44.
No, 24 plus 17.
24.
Remember, there are 3 unaccounted for. Social Security needs to clarify the 3, where the 3 went. Because we sold them 20, but then they asked us to transfer 17.
Yes.
When 24 were retained by GNPC. So it's 24 plus 17, which is 41. You need to clarify now with Social Security where the 3 is. It might be with government, but we don't know who the owners are. As far as our correspondence is concerned, we cannot account for the 3. It is Social Security who should account for the 3.
Okay. All right.
Do you see my point?
You did not transfer those 3 to Social Security, did you?
No, we did. 20 were transferred. We signed an agreement for 20. Mm-hmm. And as you can see in the documents, they have asked us to transfer 17 and not the 20. Mm-hmm. So therefore, they were holding back to the 3.
Okay.
So if you add the 3 to the 41, it will be 44.
Yes.
But we don't know where that 3 is, so we cannot tell you who owns it.
Okay, but these are buildings on the ground.
Yeah, they are there.
So they're there.
Yeah, they're there. Yes. But we don't know who the owner is.
So basically, I just want to confirm that together, GNPC owns 24, right? The government 17.
17. Then Social Security 3.
Social Security 3, that's 44.
Yes, that's 44, yeah.
Basically. And the actual assignment of these, none of these 44 has as yet taken place?
No.
Okay. Are you able to allocate numbers to what, you have listed the numbers. If you look at the attachment to the chart, you have the numbers.
Yes.
Are you able to tell us, even if not at this hearing, but are you able to tell us which of the villas, what numbers were assigned or allocated to GNPC, government, social security?
No, we won't. No. But what we have there is, if you look at the chart that is colored,
yes.
all those 44 is colored to identify what is owned now by government, meaning GNPC, Social Security, and government, GNPC, and Social Security.
Yes, but why are you not able to tell us which numbers belong to which institution?
Unless I go back to the file. Remember, it's been a while.
Yes,
we need to go back to the file and dig out which ones were allocated.
Okay, we'd appreciate that.
Okay.
So that we can understand which ones, who is occupying who, and and on what basis. Who's occupying what? Sorry, and on what basis? There is an element in the letter of 14th March where GNPC says that government was to be given the proceeds of the sale of the villas. So when the villas were sold to Social Security, the 10, were the proceeds paid to government or to GNPC? Do you recollect?
GNPC. It was paid to GNPC.
It was paid to GNPC?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll have the chart back so that I'll have them admitted. The commissioners will have questions for you, I'm sure. There are also just these receipts from Siaka SA Camera. Hereby confirm that I have received the keys to house number 109, which is Gambia National Petroleum. Okay, this was on behalf of Gambia National Petroleum. But why only 3? Was it your office that provided these 3 documents?
Let me have a look at it. I assume that this was only done for control purposes. For control purposes.
For control purposes.
Yeah, probably he came to take access for these units, and receipts were just issued, so we know who took the keys.
Okay. So So you would have, you think, receipts for all those properties that you transferred? It's only useful if
I don't think so. I don't think so.
All right. I will apply to have these admitted. We would still like you to check your files in regard to this matter. Since the transfer was not effected, as you know, title has not been transferred, so we'd expect that you would have a complete record, basically, of these properties, so that we will know who owns what, as I indicated.
So what you require is an allocation of these properties to the different owners?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we could do that.
Yes. What belongs to who?
Yes, it can be done.
Okay. And who is occupying them, if you can confirm?
Apparently, I think a survey was done by the Office of the President recently, because we do not know who's occupying it, because we've been away from these villas since 2007, 2006, 2007, and the Office of the President were managing it. And recently, I mean, you can see in the file that they wrote to us about an audit. And I think they've done it because they know who the occupiers are. We don't know who's occupying it.
Do you know who specifically was in charge from the Office of the President? I mean, before, of course, under the ex-president.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know that?
No.
Okay. Who was in charge from your own company?
Our company?
Yes.
Or my sales department would be in charge.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted an agreement between the Government of the Gambia and TAF Holding Company Limited for the construction of 52 furnished presidential villas for the African Union Heads of State Summit in the Gambia, dated 5th day of January 2006, between GNPC and TAF Holding Company Limited, and associated correspondence, as well as a chart showing the distribution of the 52 villas after they were constructed.
Sorry, Mom, do you want these back? There's some here. Okay.
agreement dated 5th January 2006 between Gambian National Petroleum Company and TAF Holding Company Limited for the construction of 52 furnished presidential villas for the AU Heads of State Summit at Burfoot Gardens, the Gambia, plus related documents admitted mark MS 134. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Unless you have questions for Mr. Jai, I don't have further questions on this. I would require that he comes back when he has the information that I requested.
Thank you. You may leave. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I recall the Managing Director, TK Motors.
Yeah, it's for, we'll give them some. Council, yeah, we'll take him, but we'll stop at 4:30. It's 4 o'clock. Yeah.
You know, have a seat. We would like to remind you of your oath, that you're still on the oath, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Musa, on the last adjourned date, you were asked some questions and you didn't have the documents.
Yes.
That's the incorporation documents of TK Motors. Do you have them now?
Yes.
All right, we'll start with that. That's what you have.
I've got the memorandum of association
Okay.
with me.
Together with the articles, or which are the articles?
It's a memorandum of association, this is what I got, without the articles, and the letters for the allocation of my shares.
All right, can I have a look? Why don't you have the articles? Why don't you have the articles?
Well, they were not available with me.
Sorry, we can barely hear what you're saying, Mr. Musa.
They were not available. Here, that's what happened is.
Okay, the articles are attached. They just happen to be one page. So as at 6 December 1998, it's Tariq K. Musa 95%, Aisha Nene Balagay 5%.
Yeah.
Now there are these letters of that are written on TK Motors Limited letterhead, one dated 28 August 2014 and the other dated 28 July 2017.
Yes.
Could you explain them, please?
Which one do you want me to explain, madam?
Those two letters, could you explain them?
Okay, there's the allocation of shares, which my brother Tariq have assigned to me 25%.
Yes, there is a letter
Yes.
dated in 2014 in which he says he allocates you 25% or written to a person who I presume was acting as a lawyer.
Yeah, it's Hadi Dandin.
Yes,
Jabi.
it's just a letter.
Yeah.
And then another dated 2017. So could you explain the story behind those letters, if there is one?
It's, the allocation of the shares is for me from my brother Tariq. Is for me is because that I've been running the company since 2014 when I was a managing director. So
Okay.
then he decided to give me some shares in the business.
But there is no transfer of shares.
Well,
Is there a transfer of shares to you of 25% of the company?
yeah, that is the letter which he wrote to the lawyer Hadi Dandin Jabi for her to do the share transfer, and it is in process. It's still in process with Hadi.
It's not yet been done.
No, what it is in process.
All right, we'll have the letters. Do you have a board of directors for this company?
Yes, madam.
And who are the directors?
The board of directors, it's my brother Tariq and myself and Aisha Baragay and Bernard Mendy. Mr. Bernard Mendy.
Mr. Bernard Mendy.
Yeah.
This is not filed, is it your returns, that is from the Registrar of Company dated 8th May 2017, which you provided, indicates the directors as Tarek Musa and Aisha Nene Balagay. No other directors are referred to here.
No.
You did not officially appoint directors, the people that you just named?
No, there is no official directors.
They're just acting as directors?
Who?
Like Mr. Bernard Mendy you mentioned, is not in your returns as the director of the company?
No, he's not a director. Mr. Mendy, no, he's not a director, but he's part of the board. He's not a director, madam.
He's part of the board?
Yeah. Yes, he sits in the board with us.
As what? In what capacity?
As what capacity?
Yes.
He's part of the board.
People who sit in the board are normally directors.
Yeah.
Yes. If he's not a director, in what capacity does he sit in the board?
I can't remember.
Are you a director? You are managing director?
Yes, I am the managing director.
So you are a director on the board?
Yes.
But these are all not filed? All right. So this is all you have regarding your company?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So basically what you are saying is your brother intends or has decided to give you 25% but has not effected it yet?
It is still in the process with Hadi Dandijabi.
Are you enjoying the 25% dividend from the company or not yet?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. You do understand that there are requirements for the transfer of shares? There is a procedure where you have to comply with, and there are taxes to be paid.
Yes, of course.
So, so if you are enjoying dividend, that process ought to have been complied with and the taxes paid. What is the capital of the company? What is the current capital of the company?
I can't remember, madam, offhand.
Do you audit your accounts?
Yes, we do.
So why can't you remember the current capital of your company?
Well, actually, it's not me who's in charge for that side of the company. We have our own accountant, my accountant, so he's the one that he does all the returns.
But you are the managing director. No,
Yes.
No managing director can say that they don't know the capital of the company.
I can't say, well, I don't know it, madam, to tell you frankly.
So you have audited accounts for up to date for 2016? Can you produce your audited accounts, please?
Yes, we can bring it for you.
All right, we would expect that you provide your audited accounts. You've been in business for a very long time. Can you produce the audited accounts at least for the past 5 years, up to 2016? The years up to 2016, 5 years.
Okay.
Right. Are you registered with the Gambia Public Procurement Authority?
Yes, we are.
Could you also provide your certificate of registration with GPPA? All right. Mr. Musa, you did submit a file which is called 25th December 2009 to 3rd August 2010. That's vehicles that you sold to Gambia government.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just going to give you that file back so that you confirm that these are documents that you provided to us, so we can apply to have them admitted. But before I do so, I just want to ask, what about the period 2010 to 20 December, at least January 2017, which is which our terms of reference covers?
Well, in the summons which we received,
Yes.
it says till 2016.
Yes, but you have What you seem to have provided is just 1 year, 2009, or 2 years, 2009 to 2010.
No, madam. We provided from 2009 up till 2016 the files.
Well, I'll show you what I have. That's not what I have. How many files did you submit? Can you show the witness, please?
Excuse me, madam. We have submitted more than that. We submit from 2009. This was part of it also.
Submitted more than that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, we'll find out. We'll find out. I'll take it back.
Yes, it was from 2009 till 2016.
Okay. All right, we'll check with the secretary.
Thank you.
What about the period before 2009? We have issued you with a summons and attached invoices. Have you received it for the period from 2001
We
or
received
even earlier?
The summons which I received is from 1999 till 2016. But
Yes.
unfortunately, we only kept our records from 2009 onwards, from 2009 till 2016. So from there, from 2008 downwards, we don't have any records. We only keep the maximum records for about 7 to 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I cannot give you documents from 1999 onwards, because I mean,
Right.
we are talking nearly about 16, 17 years.
All right. If you didn't keep for the period before 2009, at least you would have the records of payment in your bank accounts, for instance, of monies you have received from government in respect of vehicles, because we do have records showing you have received monies, and we don't want to make any assumptions. So could you confirm the monies that you have received from government in respect of vehicles or any other asset item that you might have sold to government during the period of our interest, which is 1994 July to January 2017? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we will try and see, but as far as I know, I don't think we have got much of documents from 1999.
I do understand what you're saying. What I presume, though, you mean is the vouchers, the invoices, and so on.
Yeah.
I'm now narrowing the area to the accounts, the monies that you might have received from government during this period, because as we have shown you, you did receive, we have attached to the summons payments that were made to TK Motors as early as the 90s. You have received that. You've seen that, have you?
The summons, yes, I've got the summons.
We have attached some payments to one of the summonses that we sent to you. Have you received it?
No.
Oh.
I've only received just this summons, which say from 1999 till 2016.
Right, we'll make sure that you receive it. We did submit a summons for specific payments that were made to you. we will make sure that you receive it.
Yeah, okay, please. If I could have the copy, and then we will check and see.
All right. All right. I will suspend this matter of your documents and to find out what happened to the other documents.
Okay.
So that when we'll invite you back, we will then go through those documents. But did you receive a summons with regard to the Federal Bullion Reserve Corporation?
Yes, I did, madam.
You did. I see that you seem to be amused. Can you tell us about the Federal Bullion Reserve Corporation?
This was something which is a shock came to me because, I mean, it's something which I don't recall about it, and I have no idea about this thing. I've got no idea about it. Nothing, madam.
Okay. I'm sure you have had the testimony of Mr. Cham.
Yes, I heard about it. And I also listened to it. But it's not me. Although that he called the name Musa Musa, but it's not me.
It's not you.
It's not me. Because I'm not involved in such things, madam.
Okay. Do you know any other Musa Musa of TK Motors?
In town, no. I'm the only one in town which is Musa Musa of TK Motors, madam.
So basically you're saying it's not true that you met with Mr. Cham and Mr. Jain and Mr. Conte in London in the company of persons representing this Federal Bullion Reserve Corporation.
Madam, I've said to everybody, even if I see Mr. Cham in town, I don't know what he looks like. Even if he is sat down in this hall, I don't know what he looks like, and I don't know him, and I've never met him. The first time I ever saw him, and for me to see what he looks like, is when I saw him giving this story about me.
Apart from selling cars to government, what other business does TK Motors have with government?
Only cars and the repairs of the vehicles.
And the?
And the repairs.
You don't sell any other equipment to government?
No, no, madam.
No other procurement?
Only vehicles.
These procurements that you undertake for government, these cars that you have sold to government, does it go through a tendering process?
We do tender, but the majority of our sales that we used to receive in the past, letters from the Ministry of Finance for us to supply the vehicles, then it was decentralized. So it was all being done through the Office of the President. So every vehicle which is supplied to the Gambian government is through a letter from the Office of the President.
When was it decentralized?
I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Could you check your records to help us?
Okay.
Okay. Just to confirm when it was decentralized, that is when it was centralized at the Ministry of Finance and then decentralized. All right. So basically your answer is it doesn't go through a tendering process, you receive direct requests from the Office of the President?
Yeah.
All right. What I will do is apply to have these documents that you have provided as documents that as your memorandum and articles of association as at 1998, your returns for dated 18 May 2017, and letters from Tariq K. Musa dated 28 August 2014 and 28 July 2017, evidencing an intention to give you 25% stake in TK Motors.
Mr. Musa.
Yes.
We've just been given the memorandum as well as the articles of association of TK Motors Limited.
Yes.
I think when you were asked, you said it wasn't available. Take a look at it, please, so you know what we are talking about. That's what it said. Not available.
Oh, okay, because I was reading association. Sorry, it's my fault.
You agree?
Yes, I agree. It's
Is
my
the articles of association of TK Motors. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
All right. Memorandum and Articles of Association of TK Motors Limited, dated 6 December 1988. Annual return of TK Motors Limited for 18th May 2017, and correspondence dated 28th August 2014 relating to TK Motors shareholding, admitted in a bundle marked MS 135.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's a convenient point to adjourn.
Where is this date now? Let me,
Mr. Musa, we'll require it for you to come back in January.
What is it?
Would the 9th of January be convenient for you?
9th of January, okay. If you could just have a recap, Madam, of what's needed.
Sorry, Councillor, before you give him another date. Mr. Musa.
Yes.
You said you never, if Kapucham, the witness who spoke about the $150,000 loan.
150 million.
Sorry, $150 million
Yeah.
loan. If he stood here, you wouldn't recognize it. I see. And you still maintain that?
Yes, I do.
In other words, you are saying he was not telling the truth.
Because I've never
No, I'm
this.
asking, are you saying he was not telling the truth?
Yes, of course, he's not telling the truth, because, I mean, I've never got in touch with this
In
person.
November 2001, where were you? In the Gambia or in London?
2001. I can't recall where I was.
Sorry, noted. Can't recall. You are not a British citizen.
I am a British citizen.
You are a British citizen.
Yeah.
So you have a passport, British passport.
Yes, of course, yeah.
For what period?
I've got up till that period. If you want, I could check my passport.
You have up to that period.
Yes.
Yeah, we would want you to bring that passport when next you come here, all right?
I will check for the
That
passport.
will be all for the moment.
I will check for the passport.
We will rise until tomorrow at 10 o'clock.